Hi everybody, this is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and this is a review of the Drew wig by Jon Renau. The color on Drew is actually a very standard wig color, which is 42730, which is a very pretty sort of blended chestnut brown. It gets this color by blending 3 different shades, a 4, a 27, and a 30. And I figure anytime from here on out where a wig has a color that not only has an English name, but also numbers along with that name, I'm going to explain what the numbers mean. So what this is a blend. Because there are no letters in it, it means that it's evenly blended. Because usually those letters, like if you see a B or a T, it indicates either where the extra colors are going or what percentage of colors are going in there. So in this case, because it's 42730, they're all in there in equal amounts. The 4 is a sort of medium dark brown. The 27 is a strawberry blonde, and a 30 is a medium auburn. So when you blend all those together, you end up with a very beautiful multi-tonal medium chestnut brown sort of effect, or medium auburn depending on where you draw that line between auburn and brown. It's a reddish brownish color. How about that? This is a heat-defiant wig, and it's also the catalyst for Operation Drew. So if you're interested in how these heat-defiant wigs hold up, check out the video that I'm going to post on Operation Drew, and you'll be able to see more details about exactly what all that is with that. Now, anytime you buy a Jon Renau heat-defiant wig, Jon Renau throws in a wide-tooth comb. Now, why do they throw in the wide-tooth comb? Because you should never, ever use a brush on a heat-resistant wig, okay? So that doesn't matter what brand, doesn't matter if it's Raquel Welch, doesn't matter if it's Jon Renau, doesn't matter any of the brands that have a heat-resistant fiber. Don't ever use a brush. Nothing more substantial than a comb like this. This is actually the Jon Renau comb. And the reason why is because static is your enemy. Check out Operation Drew. I will talk all about this in that video. This is just going to be the review of the wig itself. So let's get down to it. Drew has a beautiful ready-to-wear lace front and a fully hand-tied monofilament top. And I'm going to move this light by my side so you can kind of get a look at how pretty that scalp is and how pretty the color is too. Now, right out of the box, she does come pre-styled, and the way that she's styled is so that all these layers in the front kind of bend inward. But of course, you could use heat, I believe up to, I want to say 350 degrees, to add curls. You can use a flat iron to straighten it out, but be very careful what kind of tools you use. Make sure it has a temperature gauge and that temperature is true to the real temperature, because you can still singe these hairs. You don't want to do that. So this is what the side of Drew looks like. Now bear in mind that right now I've got all this hair pushed forward, and I also have no neck and a really wide face. So where this hits me may not be where it hits you. So make sure that you pay close attention to the measurements that are included in the description of the wig on my website, and take a tape measure and make sure that, especially the crown to the bottom measurement and the nape measurement, make sure you pay very close attention to those. And on any wig in general where there's a bang, make sure you pay attention to the bang measurement too, to make sure it's going to sit in the right place, or that you can live with the length, or figure out some kind of strategy to deal with the length. This one doesn't have a bang though. It has these long, beautiful, wispy sides. It's a very sexy wig. So this is the side of Drew with all the hair pushed forward, and this is with all the hair pushed back. And then here is the back of Drew. The hair texture of heat-defiant wigs tends to be a little stiffer. So it's not going to have the same kind of movement that a regular fiber would have. Here, let me dim this light just a little bit. So here's this side. But it does have a beautiful look to it, and it does feel very nice. It's just that it doesn't flow in quite the same way. So again, long, long sides. This is a 10.5 inch front. So very long. Goes all the way down to the chin on me. You could always have a style, cut a bang into it if you wanted to, though I would definitely resist the temptation to cut one yourself, especially on a heat-resistant wig. Very pretty color. Now you can see it in slightly dimmer lighting and see how pretty and natural looking that shine is. It's actually a very nice amount of sheen, and even with more light on it, it still just looks like really healthy human hair. Jon Renau is very good about that. So now I'm going to take this wig off so I can show you what the cap construction looks like. Now, this particular wig is capless in the back, which makes it nice and stretchy in the back. It does have felt back here at the nape and Velcro adjustable tabs. It also has felt on the ear tabs and quite a generous lace front. The lace front on this is nice. It's perhaps just a little bit more sparse than, say, on the Adriana or a wig similar to that, but it's very, very nicely done. And then it has a 100% hand-tied monofilament top, but the beautiful thing is that it has so much hair in this monofilament that you can almost, you almost have problems seeing the scalp. But I don't mind that. I'd rather have more hair, because then if any of it sheds out, you're not going to be that much of a loss. Now, one thing that I definitely recommend that you purchase in addition to a wig like this is Jon Renau's HD Smooth Detangler. And that's because static really is the enemy, and I will continue to preach about that forever. Static is the enemy. You want to spray this a couple of inches away. Basically just hit the ends and work it through very gently with the comb. This will help keep flyaways down. It also helps coat the fibers so that they're not rubbing up against themselves all day. Here's what the end of this wig looks like. Again, giving you a look at that really pretty color. It's a very, very pretty color. And a lot of brands carry it. So if you fall in love with it, it should be easy to find this color or something very close to it from most lines. I always try to get the lace front right up against my hairline, or maybe just a little bit in front of it. This one has fairly nice coverage on the sides. My sideburns are getting a little long, so they're poking out, but in general, this one has pretty nice coverage. The cap doesn't feel particularly tight. It's actually fairly comfortable. But it is not loose at all, so it is definitely very snug fitting. And you can basically anticipate that anytime you purchase something with some monofilament involved. Even if you don't have a particularly large head, they are designed to fit very close to the scalp. So I really like this style. I think it's very pretty. And if you are into the heat-resistant fibers, I know that they're not everyone's cup of tea, but if you like the heat-resistant fibers, these are quite nice. Stay tuned for Operation Drew to find out more about how these wear over time. And I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.